Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners: Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork, Monson Brewing Company, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Oh my God, do we have fun things to share with you today? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee and Headlines. This is our morning get together live here on Facebook, where we take a look at what's going on in our city, our state, and our country. We take a look at what you're up to, your questions, your comments, and we combine all this information, put it to good use as a community of English speaking locals living here in Puerto Vallarta. Today is February 27, and we have lots of interesting news. We have show and tell. I discovered a new dish at a local restaurant that I have never seen in any menu in Puerto Vallarta before. And I am so ready to go back and eat it again because it was scrumptious. Then I discovered that one of my favorite restaurants in Puerto Vallarta has a new branch in Colonia Emiliano Zapata. So there's a lot to unpack today. We might as well get started. As usual, capital letter Q if you have some interesting things that you want to share with everyone. Capital letter N if you are new and would like a nice little welcome if you're watching live for the first time. And for those of you that watch us later on in the day on YouTube or Facebook, thank you. Thank you for watching, and thank you for following Coffee and Headlines. We start with news that we've been aware of, but they're finally happening. The municipal government of Puerto Vallarta has filed at least 10 complaints with the Special Prosecutor's Office for Combating Corruption in Jalisco related to alleged irregularities detected in the previous administration headed by the Michel family and Pepe Martinez, who held the interim mayor's office. Mayor Luis Munguia reported that these files were also delivered to the audit office and other judicial bodies. However, he avoided giving details and noted that the municipal comptroller is the one who can provide specific information on the cases. And another crocodile is relocated. This time we're talking about the enormous croc that had been leading a quiet and relatively peaceful life in the Los Tules Canal. The specimen, a female measuring 3.3 meters in length, had already been captured previously and had an identification mark. But for 4 weeks, municipal authorities had received reports of the reptile in the area, which led to ecology personnel carrying out continuous monitoring until it was located and secured. A large one. But it'll probably come back. What can I tell you? Now, if you've been thinking of driving to Tepic on the new Compostela to Tepic highway, stay put. There is now a new date for this highway to begin operation. The construction company Mota Engil Mexico reported on Wednesday that construction is 60 days behind schedule due to a geological fault. So it will not be completed on May 31st, but until September of this year. And we wrap up our first section of news with a cautionary tale. If your pitbull, if your dog decides to get ugly and kill a cat, well, consider not bragging about it in social media. This woman from the state of Coahuila did, but the problem was that this was no ordinary domestic cat. In fact, it was an ocelote or ocelot, a type of feline that is an endangered species. The post was quickly denounced by environmentalists, and the author, well, she is now under investigation. And I should have added a tomala to that, but I didn't. And that is that. Let's take a quick look at the weather forecast just to see what's going on out there today. Boom, boom. Oh, yes. Rest in peace, Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman was found dead with his wife at their home in New Mexico. This is very sad. We don't know what happened, but we'll keep an eye on the news. It's 24 degrees out there right now. Humidity is at 69%. Our weather forecast for today indicates that we're going to enjoy a humid day with clear skies with a high temperature of 28 and a low of 17. Then tomorrow, Friday, we can expect mostly cloudy skies throughout the day with a high of 27 and a low of 17. And then Saturday, clear skies in the morning with partly cloudy skies in the afternoon, a high of 28 and a low of 17. Nice weather still. And now, let me tell you a little bit about the lively afternoon I had yesterday. And it all started with, well, being tackled. I was tackled by two lucha libre fighters and one promoter. That would be left to right Jacob, also known as Puerto Vallarta's own Golden Boy. And then in the middle is Jorge Villela, who is the lucha libre promoter. And on the right is the super beast, this ginormous, but most charismatic, not mostly, but he was totally awesome and mellow and laid back. All three gave me wonderful interviews yesterday, and I'm going to edit those today. And because we are helping promote the lucha libre that is taking place Saturday night at La Lija, I want you to know more about these amazing individuals. It is so much fun to connect with them. It really was. We had a great time. We had an audience, and they were super cool. And of course, the owner of the Joint Hotel was there, my friend Eric. And because we learned that Jacob, the local luchador, is also a personal trainer, well, some connections were made immediately, and he may start offering training sessions at the Joint Boutique Hotel and co-work. And who would not want to be trained by a bona fide luchador at the gym? Super nice guy, super nice guy. And after that, we went and had dinner at Monson Brewing Company, where I was looking forward to watermelon beer. And I looked at the menu, and something on the menu grabbed my attention. I shouldn't say this, but it seemed like the perfect solution for the munchies. I've never seen anything like this in any other menu in the city. And it has a combination of two of my favorite things. And I can't wait to go back to Monson Brewing and order it again. And I am talking about their birria fries. Think nachos, but instead of putting tortillas chips on the bottom, you put French fries. And instead of covering with the usual nacho stuff, it's covered with birria and guacamole and sour cream, and it was warm and delicious and cheesy. And oh my God. And of course, I paired it with a watermelon beer. I tell you, Miranda, I had no idea that you and Reed were up to these deliciousness. And so I'm going to say that if you find yourselves near Monson and you haven't eaten there, first of all, eat there because it is a wonderful place to eat. We were sitting upstairs, which was awesome and pretty quiet. Great place to have a conversation. And then give this dish a try. French fries and birria. Call me later. And then, of course, Eric and I were headed back to the Joint Boutique Hotel. And this is going to be a love letter to one of my favorite restaurants here in Puerto Vallarta. I have known Carlos Morales, one of the co-owners of Barracuda in Cinco de Diciembre for many years. Pretty much I've known him since he opened because he used to advertise in the magazine that I used to edit. And of course, Carlos and Barracuda have been extremely successful since day one. Barracuda has garnered an amazing following at their Cinco de Diciembre location. So, wasn't I surprised to discover that Barracuda has opened a new branch in Colonia Emiliano Zapata at the corner of Constitucion and Lázaro Cárdenas, right across the street from Los Muertos Brewing. And I'm walking with Eric and I look inside, and there is Carlos, the owner, working tables and making sure that everything is okay. And we decided to stop by and say hello and catch up. I had not seen Carlos in a while. And the new location is gorgeous. Gorgeous. This is now the fourth Barracuda in the region. There is the one that we all know and love in Cinco de Diciembre. There is the one in Nuevo Nayarit, the one in Punta de Mita, and this one located in Emiliano Zapata, which just opened about a week ago. We obviously did not stay for dinner, but we enjoyed a nice margarita. We enjoyed the ambience. So, what a great addition to the Emiliano Zapata restaurant scene. The place is quite open, so it is fun to be at that very busy corner looking out and people watching. We were so happy and really happy for Carlos, who again, I think Barracuda is one of the handful of really blessed restaurants that have done great since they opened due to a combination of great product, great publicity, great ambiance, and great prices too. So there you have it. If you've loved Barracuda in Cinco de Diciembre and would like to give the new location a go, I'll give you the website, although it hasn't even been updated just yet. So if you know where Los Muertos Brewing is in Colonia Emiliano Zapata, it's right across the street on the corner where Dumphy ice cream store used to be located. And let's see. I also want to let you know, just as an FYI, I had every intention to see this show tomorrow night, but I've been informed that the show has been postponed in case you were inclined to follow me there or to go check it out for the sake of it. Please know that I've been told by Todd Friedman, who's the producer of the show, that the show will not be taking place tomorrow. Rather, today. My bad. This would have been today. It will not be taking place today. It will be taking place next week. But of course, next week I am going to be doing my own John Williams music appreciation presentation. And that's what we have to share today. Let us switch over to our chit chat and see what is going on with you guys. And here we are. Do, 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 do. Boom, 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 boom. Lots of good mornings, which are much appreciated. Thank you very much. Lots of good mornings. Larcito is back. And let's see. Logan says popcorn is popped and here for the Mayor Munguia versus Familia Michel drama. You know, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be a lot of drama. And if there's drama, I don't think they'll make it public. But I'm just happy to know that Mayor Munguia is not keeping his mouth shut, because this is what tends to happen in these administrations. And this is very unfortunate. Let's see. Barbara says, used to love looking at the croc in the Los Tules Canal. That makes two of us, but she's gone, at least for now. Let's see. And yes, Barbara, Logan is correct. The crocodile has already found her way back once, so it wouldn't be surprising to see the crocodile return to that spot. Let's see. Oh, wow. So this must be after my latest update. Thank you very much, Tim. Gene Hackman and his wife apparently died of carbon monoxide poisoning. Ooh, how sad. How sad. And let's see what else. Here's a cue. So sad about Gene Hackman. Had the great pleasure of working with him on a couple of movies. Really wonderful human being. Yes, I think he remained busy until the early 2000s, and we haven't seen much of him, but it is unfortunate. Let's see what else we have. Laura says those fries look like a food coma. Well, the portion was just right. And I, paired it with two watermelon beers. So it was absolutely perfect as far as I'm concerned. Let's see. Thanks for the info on the new Barracuda. I'm always happy to support friends, and I'm always happy to support restaurants that are successful. And of course, we're happy to support small restaurants that are becoming more better known. So if you ever have any ideas of restaurants or venues or businesses that we should be hearing more about, of course, I told Carlos, I'd love it for you to come to the spotlight. And Carlos says to me, I'm too shy for interviews. And I said, fair, it's fair. Some people like to talk, some people don't. But again, Barracuda is an awesome restaurant. Here is another Barracuda report. David says, I went to the Cinco de Diciembre location with Germán from Garbo for lunch a few years ago. Really enjoyed it. Well, that has been my destination of choice. Well, the only one that I've been to, come to think of it, except for the brand new one, because it's great to sit in the Cinco de Diciembre location. You're sitting next to the ocean. There's always a breeze. But here at the new Emiliano Zapata location, it's great people watching. Oh, and they're only open at night right now, as an FYI. I always have a difficult time with that word. Mexican putan. I don't know how to say it, Luke, but I've heard about this pea dish, putan, however you pronounce it. And if this is the Mexican version, I think it's a great invention. I don't know how Reed and Miranda came up with it. It was so good. And I think this is a good place to stop. I'm going to be putting together the interviews for tomorrow. And of course, I'm all excited about Lucha Libre on Saturday. So thank you. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me every day. And I will see you again tomorrow morning. Have a great day.